What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mess Hall from Mess Hall Digs. I'm a reseller. I resell things that I find at thrift stores or Ross or Walmart or garage sales or thrift stores, and I put them up on my eBay store and try to make some money, dude. That's pretty much it. I mean, I got a little bit of things here on Amazon and Poshmark and that other one, but eBay mostly. And today I want to talk about just keeping things simple. I want to simplify things. Because if you look too deep into the eBay sphere, things can get complicated with algorithms and click-throughs and sell-throughs and impressions and all these other graphs and all this stuff. I'm a simple man. I like to keep things easy. One, because I'm a little bit lazy. And two, because it helps me remember how to do things correctly. The best things in life are simple things done perfectly, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, full disclaimer, this is my journey. I started YouTube just to kind of track my progress. And if you see my earlier videos, when we was in the dungeons, man, we've come a long way. I've learned a lot. I've been doing this for 3 years. And I try to look at it kind of as a Madden football difficulty level. If you ever played Madden football or video games, you got your difficulty settings, right? Well, in Madden, you got rookie and you got pro, then you got all pro, then all Madden, right? So I consider myself probably in that pro level right now. If you really want to dig deep into like the analytical side and numbers and all these other fancy things, I highly recommend Daily Refinement. That's my boy Chris Lynn. He digs deep into a lot of things, his inventory systems and the numbers, and I love watching that stuff just to learn from him. I don't implement a whole lot of it. I mean, I've been trying to get my inventory system straight for 3 years. It's been my goal for 3 years to get it right. I'm still working it. I have a little something going on, but it's nothing complicated. It's simple and it's easy. I'm not like my roommate Todd, my boy, who's all about numbers and analytics and keeping things straight and tries to make things more complicated than they have to be. We only think about things that are substantial to the business. We don't worry about things that are inconsequential. We definitely don't stay obtuse to certain situations. We like to keep more of a nefarious vigor about our business. So let me give you an example of how simple I like things to be. So I'm working on my ebook. I'm doing some sketches on my notepads. This will be available soon for $700. But it's me at the thrift shop. And I got my hat on backwards. And I need to work out a little bit more. Kind of skinny here. But this is the thrift shop, and we get stuff, and we sell the stuff, and we get paid. I mean, that's genius right there, in my opinion. Now, all the things in this video are, of course, what I believe. They're my methods, what I think works best for me. Now, I totally invite you to try some things out, start thinking a little differently, try to simplify your own eBay stuff, and have more fun with it, But this is how I do things. There are a lot of resellers, a lot of different videos you can watch to learn from. Hopefully you can learn a little something, but remember, this is just the way Mess Hall Digs does it. Now, there are 3 tools that I highly recommend everybody has, and this is just for an at-home business type thing. Now, I definitely would be lost without my digital scale. Now, this digital scale I got at Sam's Club for $27. Totally worth the investment. Because I'll tell you a little story. When I first started eBay, I once sold a VCR for $15 free shipping. And it cost me $23 to ship it. So I made -$8 on that sale because I didn't know what it was doing. But now I got my digital scale. I can weigh things as they come in. Buy a nice pair of Nikes, throw them in a box that I'm going to use to ship them in, throw them on the scale, and I can see these are going to weigh about 3 pounds when I ship them. So I'll know If I charge shipping, I can guesstimate around $10+ it's going to cost. Or if I want to do free shipping, I'll just add that $10+ to my total that I'm selling them for. Incorporate the shipping costs into my listing price. So that's pretty simple. And then I have to recommend some kind of storage system. I use 27-gallon bins that I also get from Sam's Club. It's like a one-stop shop for my biz, okay? They're $11. Can't beat it. They hold a lot of stuff. Now, I do have a bin for shoes. I have a bin for like men's t-shirts. I have a bin for jackets. All my higher dollar price clothing items that I sell, which is mostly what I sell, clothes and shoes, and then little toys and collectibles and knickknacks here and there. I'll keep them in like my office closet because they're high valued stuff. I don't want to just throw them in a box and put it in the garage. But I pretty much know where everything is, so it works out okay for now. And the last thing is kind of expensive. It is a thermal printer. I think I paid $189 for mine. I have a Rollo thermal printer. And the only reason is because it saves money on ink. I used to spend money on ink when I was printing off my regular printer. And I decided, well, I'm just going to invest in this thermal thing. These labels just spit right out of it. Peel and go. No more ink costs, man. Great investment. But for the rest of this video in particular, I want to focus on the buying process, just how I figure out what I'm going to purchase to then resell on my eBay store. Now, I keep 3 types of buyers in mind when I make my purchasing decisions to sell to them, because if you're going to sell things online, you have to keep your buyers in mind when you're doing so, because if you're a seller and you have no buyers, you're out of business. So the 3 buyers that I concentrate on are the ones that are looking for a deal, the ones that are looking for things that are hard to find, and then collectors. Those are my 3 main groups of buyers I try to accommodate when I'm putting things for sale online. Now, if I can find items that hit all 3 of those buyers' categories, then that usually results in a sale. I'll give you an example using me as a buyer. I am a huge collector of Cal football stuff. Cal football, California, Berkeley. I grew up in the Bay Area. I used to hit the flea markets all around the stadium, the University of California. They are my team. I've been a fan since I was 8 years old. Now, my favorite player of all time is Russell White. It is hard to find Russell White stuff. He hasn't played football in 30 years. He didn't have an NFL career. He was just a really good college football player for a very small market team that I happened to idolize growing up. So I'm a collector of Cal football stuff. Russell White stuff is hard to find. Hopefully I can find something and get a good deal on it. That's all 3 categories of something that I'm looking for. And thankfully, I had to go to eBay because you can't find that stuff around where I live in Tennessee now. And even in California where I grew up, it's hard to find Russell White stuff there. So luckily on eBay, I was able to find this Cal Berkeley mini helmet. And it has Russell White's autograph on it. I collect Cal stuff, looking for a Russell White item, hopefully with an autograph, and I'm looking for a good deal. Now, I'll be willing to pay $50, $60 for this just because that's my dude, and these are hard to find. The buyer only wanted $20, so I couldn't whip my wallet out fast enough. So the buyer or the seller that had this in his eBay store got all 3 of those categories correct, and it resulted in me buying it for him and resulted in a sale. So we hit all 3 of the categories for the particular buyer that I am and the ones that I focus on in my own store. Now, you could just go for something that's easy to find and offer a good deal on it. So for example, I found a Nike t-shirt at Goodwill, brand new with tags. Just a standard plain Nike shirt with a swoosh on it. Now, the tag said $25. Now, no one's going to give you $25 for it because they can go to a Nike store and pay $25 and get that shirt. So if they want that shirt, they're going to go to eBay looking for a deal on that shirt if they happen to like it. Now, it's not hard to find. Collectors probably aren't after it, but you can offer a good deal and still make some money. So don't think if you find something brand new with tags in the thrift store that you're going to get the price that's on that tag. It's not going to happen because they can just go somewhere else and get it cheaper. Not going to come to you. So I might get a brand new Nike shirt, $25 price tag. I'll show that in my listing. I'll list it for $15 free shipping, and it's going to sell. Now, you can sell things that are hard to find and not offer that great of a deal, and you still might get a sale. For example, I had these 1976 Harley Davidson special Sportster part that went to like one particular year of one particular motorcycle that they had. Hard to find. And I had the part. Now, I was pretty much able to charge whatever I wanted, but the problem is how many people are looking for that part? How many people own that particular series of motorcycle from that particular year span? I mean, so it's going to be a long wait, a long tail type item. But when someone that owns that piece of machinery is looking for that particular part, that's hard to find. You're able to make some money off of that because you have one. Now, if you want to offer them a great deal on it, then you hit 2 out of the 3 spectrums that we're looking for, and you're going to result in a sale, which happened to me. He offered me a price. I took it. It was still a really good deal. I made like $80 profit on it anyway. So that's another good thing to look into. So again, I'll recap. So what I'm looking for when I'm out there in the field sourcing for my goodies, I'm looking for things that I can offer a great price on, something that's hard to find, something that a collector is going to want. I'm trying to hit all 3 spectrums. If I can hit 2 out of 3, cool. If I can only hit 1 out of 3, it kind of depends on what the item is. If it's something that's highly collectible, but it's not hard to find, and I don't really want to offer a good price on it, I might be stuck for a while trying to sell it. I might have to wait for everyone else to sell theirs off, and then I'll get mine after that. Now, if I find something that's extremely hard to find, and I'm trying to get maximum profit on it, and a collector really wants it, it's still a good sale on that end too. So I know what you're thinking. How do I know what I have found in the thrift store is even worth selling? How do I figure that out? Well, you should be comping everything anyway. And I'll tell you a little bit about a sell-through. You should know what sell-through rate is. It's real simple, so it stays within the guidelines of this video. So all you're doing is you're typing in a specific thing on your eBay search bar. Like I found a blue Ralph Lauren polo short sleeve shirt with a red pony logo. That's very specific to what I just found. Then I search. I see how many is for sale. If there's 10 for sale, I go to solds. How many have sold? Only 4 have sold, 10 are for sale. So 4 out of 10. Now, there's no need to bust out calculators and do all these calculations. The only thing I'm looking for is the number of solds. The number is close to the number of available listings. Now, if there's 4 sold, 10 available, that's not very close to 10. That's less than half. I know that from like 6th grade math. So I want the sold number and the available number to be pretty close, and even better if that sold number is higher than what's available. That's money, baby. All right, I want to talk a little bit about picture taking, just a little small snippet of pictures. So a lot of eBay sellers, a lot of my friends, a lot of people I talk to swear by all white backgrounds. It has to be all white. eBay did some research. It says pictures that have all white backgrounds sell the most. I don't do that either. So what I do is I just take what's available. So I sell a lot of shoes, and when I take pictures of my shoes, I use a white table with my gray brick background. When I list my shirts, I use my gray brick background. Golf clubs, I'll take pictures out in my front lawn on the grass. You know, here's an example of that. I've sell a lot of golf clubs, and a lot of the pictures I've taken were grass background, my front lawn. Now, sometimes I do think things look better with a pure white background, but eBay has a tool for that. When you go to list the item, you can white out the background. I did that with this old laser tag gun. As you can see, it makes it look really nice. So there are plenty of options for canvases to take pictures on. Just make sure it's not dark and you can barely tell what the item is. If I want to zoom in and look at your item, I can tell what it is. It's not blurry, and you'll be fine. Pure white, they say is the best. I don't agree with that. I kind of do what I do, and I do just fine with the way I do things. But that's just me. Again, it's just me. And lastly, I want to end on this. I'm trying not to make this video too long because, like I said, I want it to be simple. I don't want to complicate things. I don't want to confuse you. But I do go through my store a lot. I go down every item in my store and try to figure out what's wrong. Why isn't it selling? Why aren't people buying it? And eBay and the customers and the consumers will give you clues on why your thing is not selling. You just got to pay attention. So here's a couple examples. So I had this Texas Rangers hat. This Texas Rangers hat has been in my store for 2 years. Now it had a lot of views, 0 watchers, 0 interest. So I'm taking it down. I'm going to redonate this daggone thing. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's not a new era hat. It's not a Nike hat. There's nothing fancy about it. It's not no crazy colorway. It's just a standard regular Texas Rangers hat. And it's not fitted. It's a strap back. All these people have looked at it. There's 0 interest, and I'm charging $13 free shipping. So obviously it was a bad buy, and I should have never listed it. The customers have let me know. So I'm going to take it down. Or I could do something crazy and just offer, hey, $5 free shipping, lose money on it if I want to, but I'd rather just take it down and redonate it. Another example, I have this German edition of the Desperate Housewives. Now, this has also been in my store for a long time. It's $12 free shipping. There's not a lot of interest in that either. I thought for sure because it's a German edition, it's kind of weird, someone would have some interest in it. I was wrong. There's no interest in this thing at all. And plus it's a DVD set. Yeah, it might be a little harder to find the German edition, but I've had it up there for a long time and have gotten 0 emails, no watchers. $12 free shipping is not, it's not a lot to pay for that thing. So that's another example of something that needs to go. Another example, I had this brand new t-shirt. I used to go to Dirt Cheap a lot. They had like a $2 t-shirt sale one day. I bought it. It was a brand new shirt with tags. It just said love on it. No special brand. It wasn't anything spectacular. Nothing no one would probably recognize. I just said, hey, a brand new shirt for $2. I could sell that online. No problem. $12 free shipping. 2 years. I dropped it from 12 to 10, from 10 to 8. And I just said, okay, no one wants this thing. Because it's just something no one's looking for. No one really cares about. So you got to be careful out there. Use your comps, your sell-through rates, make smart buying decisions. Now, the last example is this Dwayne Wade Miami Heat t-shirt. Now, there is some interest in it. It has 5 watchers. It has a lot of views. So what it's telling me is, I've also had this up there for about a year, is my price is too high. There are people interested in this shirt. It's a Dwayne Wade Miami Heat shirt. He's a legend. People love him. He has a huge fan base. But it's a t-shirt, it's not a jersey. I have it priced at $21. There's 5 watchers, a lot of views. No one's pulled the trigger on it yet. That's telling me my price is too high. If I drop that price to $16, I'll probably get a sale. So you have to pay attention to what your items are doing, how many views they're getting, how many people are watching it. If you have a lot of views and a lot of watchers, your price is probably too high. So take those things into consideration. If they've been up there forever but no interest, might be something no one wants. Look, pay attention. People will tell you what's wrong. It's not eBay, it's not the world, it's not just you. It happens to everybody. You have to be constantly involved in checking your stuff, and it will talk to you if you listen. Hope you enjoyed this video, man. It's your boy. Like and subscribe if you feel like, hey, this is kind of fun, hanging out with me, chilling, doing eBay talk, reselling talk. It's whatever.